Today we're going to be talking about panic. So when something happens like this, as is happening right now, for a lot of people, it's really hard not to panic. And the temptation is to allow that panic to go beyond our thinking, into our feeling, and into physical actions. And we see it, right? We see it happening in whether it's panic buying in shops or medical sort of devices. There's a sense of almost hysteria that takes place. And whilst it's understandable, it's part of our survival instinct is to think kind of, okay, how are we going to get through this if such and such happens? At the same time, it's also, we have the ability to realize what we are thinking about retrospectively. So we can see a thought, kind of go, whew, wow, that was heavy, and yet not necessarily follow through with it in an action. So I feel like in panic, there is the potential to practice restraint. And that's restraint for all of us. There are things that all of us are going to need to do. At the same time, the world is bigger than us alone. We live as part of a community, as part of nations. And it's really important that we have a sense of what all of us need, not just ourselves, but everybody. And if we keep that in mind, then actually, all of a sudden, the panic really starts to subside. Partly because there's a sense of shared human condition, we're all in this together. Partly because we're focused on others rather than just ourselves. But also, because I think there's just a feeling that there is no need to necessarily buy in to that thinking. That thinking is a natural reaction to new information. But the mind is able to process that, to make sense of it, to rationalize it, and to then follow through with far more sort of sane actions. So as much as possible, noticing when the mind is spinning out in that direction, letting it go and coming back to a slightly more skillful, compassionate response.